Hello, it is August 22nd, Friday evening at about 9:10 p.m. This is a reading for Ginimmy. I do apologize. You're the last person as of right now to request a reading. I was very overwhelmed and I do have other things going on in my life, so I'm sorry this took a little while. I hope it's still welcomed. So I understand that your question for me and for the deck, of course, was, is the current person right for you? Is this the right love connection for you in your life? So I chose to use the star, the major arcana, because I use the major arcana to represent the current in this spread, which is the pentacle spread. Here's a quick overlook. So the reason I use the star is it sounds like you, first of all, obviously, you just have some questions. Is this the right situation for you? If you state the star really represents stilling ourselves and stilling our lives and truly listening to the universe, and the truth will be revealed. I think it's one of my favorite cards, the card I really connect with right now. It also represents a great love being given and received. I just think that's a beautiful, I view it more as a universal love, but it can definitely be a romantic love, and I use it as much as possible. The first card in this spread represents the element of earth, and it represents what could be holding you back in your love situation. So here we have the Queen of Wands. And what this says to me is that what may be holding you back in your love life, and maybe this relationship specifically, is that you love to be the center of attention. You love the spotlight to be on you. And that may be holding you back. It may prevent you from really considering the relationship. Maybe if the other person gives you enough attention, you are okay with suffering in other aspects of the relationship instead of truly seeking a good connection. Or maybe your need for attention and being the center of the spotlight takes away some of the focus from the partner, which could harm him or her in their emotional well-being. The second card represents the element of air, or what other people are telling you about your love situation. Here we have the Ten of Swords, which to me says that other people are telling you this relationship is going to end and you're going to have heartache. Keep in mind that the advice given by other people, of course, is not always true. It just is what it is. This is what other people are telling you. Here we have the element of fire, which represents your self-doubt, the Four of Pentacles. So basically, this card is a little difficult because generally it pertains to financial issues. But what I'm seeing here is that perhaps you have trouble. Perhaps you are reserved in your love life. And you have trouble putting yourself out there. And maybe that's part of the reason you enjoy the attention. Because when you're the center of attention, you don't have to focus on the other person. You don't have to focus on the relationship. So you don't really have to think about the emotional vulnerability and sacrifices that are needed for a successful adult relationship. And maybe this need for self-centeredness and this inability to let go, to truly be vulnerable, is what will lead to the heartache, or is why others think, more accurately, why others think there may be an end to the relationship. So here we have the card of intuition, and we have well, it's water. It represents what your intuition or your higher power could be telling you. Here we have the King of Pentacles. So your intuition is telling you that this love interest is kind and generous, and it's showing you that he may be the one to draw you out of this need for attention, of this inability to be vulnerable and to truly show your raw self to someone else, to surpass that fear of acceptance and find that true love when you go the extra mile. Your intuition is telling you that this is definitely a good person to be kept in your life. Now, this is the Spirit card. It's the conclusion. What it represents is the conclusion of the final reading. And here, I honestly, the Three of Hearts, the Three of Swords, excuse me, does reflect heartache. So it looks like the people in your life may be right. This card does reflect heartache, and sometimes it reflects a love triangle. So honestly, what I'm seeing is if you continue down this path where you continue to need to be the center of attention in the relationship, and you kind of use that to blind yourself from the fact that you can't be vulnerable, it will drive you to need attention elsewhere, and it will drive you to seeking that attention outside of the relationship. Extra attention to help deal with some emotional blockage that I sense. Because I do sense it would be you being unfaithful, because here your intuition and the higher power is telling you that this is a good guy. He's the guy who could stick it out with you, who could help you grow as a person. So in conclusion, in the end of my reading, I don't know if I personally would say that there is a true love or a one for you. So I'm not going to phrase that in my conclusions in that way. What I will say is that I sense that this human being can truly help you grow beyond some issues with emotional intimacy, can help you mature and understand that you don't always need to be the center of attention. I definitely see that. But you need to work on those issues, because if you do not, I think you're going to either flirt or seek attention outside of the relationship, and it will be the death of the relationship. So you need to decide if you want to stick it out, and if you can work hard and be as good for this person as they can be for you. And if you can work through it, and if you're open about the issues, and if you're vulnerable and communicate your problems, I definitely think this could be a great relationship for you.